Okay, looks like we are live. Let's just wait for people to show up. I'm gonna be dropping some links. Hey Marinus, what's up? See, we're gonna copy some links to the tweet and we're gonna drop them on in. If you consider Gen 4 the worst, what do you think of Gen 5 since it's by far the most controversial? Is it really? I say the anime is more quote-unquote controversial. Gen 5 is one of the best to me, like probably second best. Let's see here. Gonna be dropping links everywhere. Okay, let's start this shitty game. Alright, let's open up emulator, file, open ROM, Pokemon. How's your day going? Thoughts on Sonic Forces? It's okay. So yeah, let me know how my voice sounds compared to the game audio so I can make any corrections. And actually, we're going to, I was playing Trauma Center the other day, and since I'm left-handed, I put the touchscreen on the left side. So let's change that. There we go. And let's turn off the sound here so that we don't have that echo. Okay, so hey War Dog, what's up? So as you guys can see, we left off, we fought the Team Galactic, but I decided to skip like all the stuff like up until we reach here at the Valley Windworks, because you know that's all the boring shit, and you know there's gonna be the level grinding and all that. So right now, here's what my team's looking like. First of all, I caught a Shellos to get some water coverage as well as some ground coverage when it evolves. Can't hear game audio, can hear you really well. Okay, let's see one second. Properties. No, let's do. Okay, there we go. The Gen 5 games are controversial. The Gen 5 anime is plainly hated. Well, what kind of controversy? Because like people tend to think that, oh, because some people didn't like it, that it's controversial, but Gen 5 was pretty well received critically, so, and it made a lot of money, so controversy where? Hey, how's it going, Sketchy? It's going pretty good. Let's see. So guys, let me know how the audio is. Critical response. Yeah, according to this, Diamond and Pearl actually got lower ratings than Black and White. So, yeah, no controversy. Controversy means that most people have a very different opinions on it. That's, first of all, that's not what controversy means. Second of all, that's the case with every Pokemon game. And third of all, in general, Black and White was more well received than Diamond and Pearl. So again, controversy where? Let's turn down the audio. Thoughts on Spike at your service? I don't really care for it. I'm kind of neutral on it. So yeah, we caught a Shellos. Nala evolved. We got a Machop as our HM slave for now. And we have Deku, who evolved in the last time we played and has, I think he learned Mach Punch? Yeah, I think he learned Mach Punch. So what we're gonna do is we are going to turn up the frame rate to about double, just so that this game doesn't run so god awfully slow, cause I'm not trying to do that slow shit. Prolonged public disagreement or heated discussion. Yeah, public disagreement, but the games were well received, so yeah, not controversial. Okay, I'm one of Team Galactic's 3 commanders. You've been trying to create a new world that's better than this one. People have shown little understanding about what we do because you're so fucking disorganized. What? Bitch, you don't understand either, do you? No, because you were out stealing fucking honey. I love how it's like, oh, why Monferno? Because due to this game's shitty design, if I don't pick the fire starter, my only other fire option is Ponyta, and I'm not playing that shit. So plus fire is best type anyway, so that's why Monferno. I'm so glad that Shellos gets access to Water Pulse this early. Prolonged public disagreement or heated discussion. Yes, it's the definition of controversy, but that's not what Black and White got. It was a well-received game that received higher scores than Diamond and Pearl. There was no public disagreement. Think that controversy is all in your head, buddy? Okay, sending out Peruglis, and that's going to be a problem. So we're going to send out Deku. Just spam the fuck out of Mach Punch. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought that Mars's Pokemon were going to be at like level 20 or something. Why are you using dark type moves on a fighting type? See, the AI is not smart. At least Perugly gives a shit ton of EXP. I would like to know your opinion on the Gen 5 Animate. You ask me that every time I talk about Pokemon, and every time you ask me, I say that I like it. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Okay, so alright, so I'm not really worried about the poison since in Gen 4 it wears off. Yep, there we go. So we're just gonna head over to the Pokemon Center and heal up. Floaroma Town, one of the many useless towns in the Sinnoh region. Well, Well, I'm trying to get a somewhat more comprehensive answer than that. Well, too bad. I like it. I enjoy it. It's better than Diamond and Pearl, and I enjoy the characters. It's pretty much all you're gonna get. It doesn't suffer from from all the problems Diamond and Pearl has. How do you record on a date? What do you mean, War Dog? Oh, on a DS. I'm not playing on an actual DS. I'm using an emulator. But if I were using an actual DS, what I would use is there's this thing called a capture card, and there's this thing called a capture card that people use to capture footage, and they would just directly hook up the DS to the computer so that they can stream the footage directly from their DS. But me, I'm using an emulator. So yeah, I love Diamond and Pearl though. Poor you. Biggest problem Diamond and Pearl has is Cyrus. It's one of its biggest problems, but I'd argue that its biggest problem comes in its world design and its pacing. Cause the Sinnoh region is huge, but for no fucking reason. Like, while Kanto is the most boring region, Sinnoh is the worst design region because it's big for the sake of being big, and it doesn't have anything to fill up all that space. So you have these long routes where you have long stretches of nothing, and then they're padded out even further by all these annoying environment designs, like fog that obscures your vision, snow that you get stuck in every 5 steps, mud that you get stuck in every 5 steps. Like, the region is already the biggest it's already the biggest region in all the Pokemon games. Why would you artificially make it longer to traverse through? Like, getting through your region is already a chore, and I have nothing to show for it because there's jack shit to do here. Okay, he's gonna send in Geodude. Most say Unova is the worst because it's so linear. I would rather have the Pokemon games are mostly linear anyway, so what is even the fucking point of that complaint? I would much rather have a linear region with shit to do than a region where I can do anything I want, but there's nothing to do. Others say Alola is too easy. See, the only reason why people think the later Pokemon games are too easy is because right now a lot of Pokemon fans started with Diamond and Pearl. Like, a lot of the people that still actively play Pokemon started with Diamond and Pearl, and because Sinnoh had like a really big unwarranted level jump between the 7th and 8th gym, there's a big 10 level jump, even though there's not much there to warrant that jump. Like, you're not going through enough to justify the AI jumping up by 10 levels. So because of that, they took the criticism and made the leveling more balanced. But because people started out with an unfair level jump, people thought that was the norm, and so they think that the later games are too easy, whereas the real reason is that Diamond and Pearl was unbalanced. The level jump is not abrupt. It happens right when you get access to the route leading to Sunny Shore City, and there's nothing preparing you for that. It's a sudden 10 level jump with nothing in between. And I think what a lot of people are forgetting is that the more you play Pokemon, the better you get at the better you get at it's a different gameplay element, so you know how to prepare better and you know how to prepare your team better. Like with me, I remember when I first played Ruby and Sapphire, I had to level grind a lot because I didn't know what I was doing. But when I replayed it, knowing what I know now, being a Pokemon fan for 10 plus years, I no longer have to level grind. Grinding is what made Pokemon fun and worthwhile. For you, maybe. What makes Pokemon fun for me is just catching the different Pokemon and just training them and see what they can learn. Level grinding is usually the most tedious part of any RPG. First game was Pokemon. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Gold. Mine was Ruby. So how did you level up and improve without grinding? By playing the game. Isn't leveling up in and of itself grinding? And it's so funny that people complain about X and Y being too easy because of the EXP share, but I'm like, you know you can turn that shit off, right? Tedium makes it worthwhile. It is what makes the victories have meaning. Sure, man. Sure. Okay, Shelly, Nala, Deku. Alright. So, Shelly is almost up to par with the rest of the team. I might as well level up Shelly as much as I can because she's going to be practically useless in the next gym. Wants to learn Hidden Power? Sure, why not? Let's get rid of Mud Sport. The tedium makes it boring for me, yes, and then you get a victory you work so hard for. Yeah, but when all that work that you put in takes the fun out of the game, then what's the point of the victory? When all the work that you put into it made the game less fun. So now you have to put all this time in when there's a unwarranted level jump. You gotta put all this time and work just to be up to par so that you can get through the game and I think that's the thing. When you have too much of it, it becomes a problem because it makes the victory not worth it. There's a point where you put too much work into it and it makes the victory not worth it because they had to grind you so hard. My favorite legendary Pokemon is Deoxys. What's your favorite legendary? Lugia. Who are your... Without the tedium, the victories aren't rewarding either. Without it, everything is just okay. Again, to you. Because once again, when you have too much tedium and you have to put too much work into it, then it comes a point where people just like stop. Because when you have to put when they put you through so much and the reward at the end is so far away, for some people it just gets to the point where it's not worth it. Because it's like, why waste your time if the reward isn't gonna be if the reward isn't gonna be worth it? Because depending on the game and what they give you for all that work, that can end up making the reward not worth it. What are your who are your favorite gym leaders? Let's see. I guess Blaine, Claire, Price, not Price, Who from Hoenn? Wallace. Who else? Nobody from Sinnoh. Elisa for sure. Lenora for sure. And then from Gen 6. Yeah, those are the ones I can think of at the top of my head. What do they put you through? The tedium, Marinus, if you were paying attention. That's the point of what I'm saying. If there's too much tedium, it makes a reward not worth it. Okay, let's see. What would you say if Pokemon crossed over with Yu-Gi-Oh? I'm not a fan of crossovers, so I would say no. I don't get the idea of the reward not being worth it. Okay, let me explain this to you slowly, okay? The reward has to be worth the amount of work you put in towards getting towards that goal, okay? And if the reward is not worthwhile, then it makes the work that you put into it feel meaningless. You need to have a balance of work versus reward. If I'm putting in all this work and you give me the same reward that I had to put less effort to get to in an earlier game, then what was the point of putting me through all that work? See, Silver Eyes gets it. Because the end goal of all the Pokemon games is the same: beat all the gym leaders and become the champion. So why is it what makes Diamond and Pearl more worthwhile than the other games if the ending is the same? But then you gotta put more work into it, and an unfair amount of work, because it's an unwarranted level jump. Have you guys ever watched any videos from Cartoon Hooligans? Yeah, I'm subscribed to them. Okay, so we're gonna make our way through this forest. Let's go this way. Hey GJ, what's up? Have you watched Death Battle Pokemon versus Digimon? Yes, and it was glorious. I loved it. I loved it. Okay, Shelly is level 17. But I wanna level up Shelly up as much as I can, cause we're not gonna be using her much after this. Cause next gym is grass, so shit. We gonna be. If I were to go out into Shelly, we'd be struggling. Oh shit. Ah, god damn it. No, I haven't, GJ. I don't really read fanfics that much. Have you watched Death Battle Naruto versus Ichigo? And yeah, yes, and I kind of agree with the outcome. Ah, shit. Critical hit. Oh well. It's a good thing Cheryl heals your Pokemon after each battle. Let's see. We're gonna use Bite on Pachirisu because you're being a real annoyance right now. Ah, shit. Quick attack ain't gonna do shit. I don't think anyone I know bet on Ichigo. Well, when one of the characters achieves the power of the... When his opponent achieves the power of a literal god... Although my name is pronounced Marinus. Isn't that what I said? But, whatever. I guess it's hard to pronounce for an American. No, because that's what I said. What are your thoughts on Goku vs. Superman? Never bothered to watch it. Well, there goes Chansey. Okay, let's just keep spamming bite. All these Sinnoh Pokemon learn moves so friggin' late. Why does it take... It should not take an electric type this long to learn an offensive electric type move. Thank God they fixed that in the later games. Oh, finally. Have you read or watched Fist of the North Star? No. Where can I get a capture card? I don't know. I don't have one. You'd have to Google it. I'm surprised you don't like fanfics. They're sort of the bread and butter of MLP. No, they're not. And I didn't say I didn't like fanfics. I said I don't read them as much as I used to. Because I've just been interested in other things. And yeah, fanfics are not the bread and butter of MLP. I think a big problem is that people tend to have an inflated view of how important the fandom is, and it tends to lead to a sense of entitlement. Fanfics are the bread and butter of MLP. That's a good joke. Do you watch Nostalgia Critic? Not often. I watch him often enough for him to appear in my recommendations, but I usually only watch a video of his when it's something that is relevant to my interest. Do you agree that when I say that Fantina is a very difficult gym leader mainly because of her Miss Magius? I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I reach her. Plus it depends on who you have on your team. Cause you know, I have a Luxray with Bite, so MLP grew so large because of how flexible and its characters are. They can be interpreted in many ways and appeal to a lot of people. No. Because regardless of whether or not the world is flexible, fans are gonna write whatever they want anyways, because it doesn't matter. Because when you write a fan fiction, you're not limited by the rules of the world because you can do whatever the hell you want. So no. I think you kind of have a little bit of a warped view of why MLP was as successful as it was. It grew so large because it's a good show with good writing and characters that could appeal to a wide range of audiences, not because of its world. Okay, so we're gonna fight those two bug catchers over there. And do I have Monferno at the front of the team? You are limited. You can't make things go directly the world. That sentence doesn't even make any fucking sense. Thoughts on Overwatch? One of the only shooters I actually like. You are limited. The only limits when it comes to fan fiction is your imagination, honestly. A fandom thrives on its lore. It's what a cult classic is often based off of. Oh, you poor thing. You really think lore is that important? Poor you. Fandom thrives on its lore. Give me a break. Sketchy, I didn't know you play Pokemon. I mean, considering the amount of times I've talked about Pokemon on this channel. But yep, I am a Pokemon fan. Been one for about 10 years. What would you say if an Overwatch movie had been made? I don't know. Okay, what is it trying to learn? Oh, finally! Let's get rid of Leer. We're gonna switch out into Monferno just so we can burn through. I specified cult classic. Those niches thrive on that. I'm pretty sure Invader Zim didn't become a cult classic because of its lore. Again, give me a break. Thoughts on Tempest Shadow? She was cool. I like her. I was kind of miffed by her backstory because I'm kind of sick and tired of like this is like what, the 4th consecutive villain that's been like, oh, I didn't have a good childhood, I'm evil now. Gets kind of boring after you do it so many times in a row. Ooh, Flame Wheel. Hell yes. Let's get rid of Leer. Invader Zim did. It's quite believable and solid. Those are two words that mean absolutely nothing. Invader Zim and lore. People don't like Invader Zim because of the lore. They like it because it's a funny show with funny characters. Lore. Someone thinks lore is important. That's cute. Okay, so switch back to Shelly. The novel made her backstory a bit better, but should we have to rely on outside material to do that? Let's go with Mud Bomb on Psyduck. Yeah, man, Invader Zim was so cool because of the lore of the Urkin Empire and the very rich history it had. Remember how everyone was excited to learn about Operation Impending Doom 1? Remember when we were all interested in learning Div's backstory about where his mom was? The lore, man, the lore. Such deep, much intricate, wow. Okay, so you know what? I actually never checked to see what type of hidden power I have. Damn. I guess we about to find out. Is there anybody else I can fight? Ooh, there's an item over here. Ah, damn it, no, no, no. Also, I heard they are making a reboot. No, it's not a reboot. I think it's a TV movie. Ever watched Justice League Unlimited? I wasn't really into superhero shows as a kid. The only superhero shows I watched when I was a child were Static Shock and Teen Titans. Wasn't really into Justice League. Let's see. Bro, just grass and bug types everywhere. Okay, so let's see what kind of hidden power I have. So it's normal. It's neutral on bug types. The fact that the comics were non-canon allowed them more freedom, except they were never non-canon. They were B-canon, secondary canon, which meant that they have to follow the show, but the show doesn't have to follow the comics. The comics always had to follow the show. What are your thoughts on the season 7 finale? You'll find out when the roundup comes out. Okay. So, alright. Okay, so, okay, guys, so some people haven't seen the finale, so in that case, for out of respect for the people that haven't seen the finale, let's not discuss the details of that in here. That's much appreciated. B canon means non-canon. They didn't have to worry about the consequences. Except that's not what it means. So, again, no. B canon means non-canon. Okay, sure. I just find it funny because it's like, oh, they're more constrained because following the I find that kind of a contradiction because you say that the comics are more constrained because they're more connected to the show, yet not 10 minutes earlier you said that the world of MLP was open and gives you more freedom. So which is it? Never agreed with how the comics had to tie in with the show. It's not that they have to tie in with the show. The point is that if they made a mistake, they could shrug it off and try again later. The show could very well do that too. The show can even retcon itself. So, shit. When they changed Luna's design, they retconned it to say, oh, her power was weakened. I am now reminded of why I don't like the fisherman trainers. Lore and canon are not connected like that. Someone puts a little too much importance on lore. Hidden power. Let's see how hidden power affects water types. Okay, neutral. So I'm wondering what it is. No, we were talking about the MLP comics, D Birch. I never got that one trainer that always had a full team of Magikarp. I guess he really wants to get a Gyarados. Okay. I think this is the last one. Might be. I don't know. I didn't look. Yep, that's the last one. Have you seen the new Overwatch character trailer? Yeah, I'm pretty interested in Mora. She looks like a cross between Zenyatta and Mercy, and that looks pretty dope. So I am going to I'm glad that it's non-canon, only because the show chose not to acknowledge it. Again, it's B canon. Hello everyone, am I late? It's not really lateness unless the stream is about to end, but no, I started about 42 minutes ago, so, and I'm probably gonna stream for about 2.5, maybe 3 hours, depending on how far we get. I want to at least get the second badge. Then again, we might actually get that within the next 20 minutes, cause we're right at the I think. But that choice to acknowledge it, not to acknowledge it or not, is taken away. No, it isn't, Marinus, because the show doesn't have to acknowledge every event that happens in the comics. The comics can still do their own thing and have it not be acknowledged by the show. So again, you're freaking out over nothing. So most the comics are either contradictory to what happens to the show or not needed. Didn't you say if it would suck if we had to read the comics to understand the show? Yes, I did, and thankfully we haven't reached that point. While the Legends of Magic comics do give us additional context, you can watch the show and still understand what's going on. Like, because I watched all those episodes of the show, like, before I read the rest of the Legends of Magic comics. Like, I watched the season finale before I read the confrontation in the Legends of Magic comic, and I still fully understood what was going on in the show. So in practice, they are not connected. You're not getting the point, Marinus. They are connected, but you don't have to read it in order to understand it. They are connected, but not so much so that you have to read one to understand the other. They can be enjoyed separately, but they are connected. It's like the Mortal Kombat X comics. They give some backstory and context to the show. Not the show. The Mortal Kombat X comics gave some backstory and context to the game, but you didn't have to read them. You don't have to read them to understand the story in the game. I never read the Mortal Kombat X comics, and I can still understand the story. But the comics are still canon to the story. That's the point that I'm making. Thoughts on the Overwatch animated short Hour in Glory? Didn't watch it. Okay, I'm gonna check my bag and see if I need to restock. I'm more like, if you make a mistake, if you wrote a backstory and make a mistake, does it have consequences or not? Again, you can always retcon it. Let's see. And plus, the only thing that determines whether or not it's a mistake is whether or not people like it. Stories make mistakes all the time and the world doesn't fucking end. It's a big deal. So we got 12 potions, so we're good on potions. I don't think they give us revives this early in the game. I could always check, but I don't think we get revives this early in the game. We do get super potions though. So how many of those can we get? Let's get 10. Favorite Overwatch characters: Zenyatta, Lucio, Tracer, Roadhog. Zenyatta, Lucio, Tracer, and Roadhog. And Mei, because Mei is Bae. So, okay, what are you doing here? Let's see. Alright. Gym. I'll be waiting for you in the back. A good luck, trainer. Okay, I thought she was gonna tell me some dumb shit about, oh, the gym's closed until you do this arbitrary thing. Okay, so Shelly is practically useless here, so we're gonna go with Nala just so she can get some levels. Oh wait, hold up, there's someone right here. Alright, Cherubi. Let's see. Bite. Roselia. Let's just hit him with an Ember and why not? I'm always serious, and that is the problem. The 5th gym being closed for a while was annoying. When you're always serious in a setting where people just want to have fun, then you take the fun out of everything, and it makes you not pleasant to be around. So, yeah. Let's stay in. By the way, I love Cherubi. Never bothered to train one. Just never interested me. I kind of like how its evolution takes advantage of the what if Pokemon and MLP were the same universe. Considering that I said that I'm not a big fan of crossovers, yeah, no. It is kind of interesting to see what kind of Pokemon each character would have, like what kind of trainer they'd be, but in terms of like an actual story revolving around Pokemon and MLP being in the same universe, yeah, no thanks. I I get that you don't like Gen 4, but what do you think of the Gen 4 Pokemon? Gen 4 actually had some pretty good Pokemon, which is a shame because a lot of them were wasted on this shitty game in this shitty region. Like Gen 4, what was some? They also gave some pretty good evolutions to Pokemon. Like I really like Electivire and Magmortar. The starters are pretty good. Who else? Who else? I know there's some there. I know that there are other Gen 4 Pokemon that I like. Luxray, for one. Luxray is actually my favorite electric type. I wish that it had more support, but like gameplay wise, like it would make a lot of sense for it to be it has access to all these dark type moves, and with the way it looks, it would make sense for it to be an electric dark type. Wonder Woman versus Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which one is better? I only saw Wonder Woman. Oh, Electivire looks creepy. I'll take Electivire over Mr. Mime. Or Jinx. Ugh. Nicki Minaj looking ass. I really like Buizel and Floatzel. Oh yeah, those are pretty cool. I actually considered catching a Buizel for this playthrough, but I decided on Shellos because I would also get ground type coverage, and that frees up a spot on the team for someone else. Have you ever captured a Porygon? Well, technically you never capture a Porygon because Porygon is a Pokemon that's always given to you by someone else. But yeah, I've had a Porygon before. So we're actually gonna go back to the Pokemon Center to heal up. I'm trying to remember if Machop can learn Cut. I don't think it can. So we're gonna have to capture another HM slave. Alright, so we're gonna save, and we're gonna make sure that Deku is at the front of the party. Whew, alright. Time for this battle. When I first saw you, I was convinced you'd find your way to me. My hunch was right on the money. You have a winning aura about you. So anyway, this will be fun. Let's have our battle. Alright, Gardenia. What do you think of the release of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? I can't wait. I cannot wait. Kind of sucks that I have work like at like 8 in the morning the day it comes out. So I'm considering downloading it to my DS at midnight, or ordering it off of Amazon Prime and having it delivered, like so it'll be there by the time I get home. Because the game actually only costs $31 when I get it from Amazon, and because I have Prime, I have free shipping. So, hey, I'll take any chance to save money and get my shit on time. You ever watched Chugga Conroy? Heard of him? Never watched him. Not the biggest fan of Lucario. Yeah, Lucario is fucking trash. Lucario is terrible. I remember when I played X and Y and they gave me I remember when they give you a Lucario in X and Y. So instead of saying no and not taking it, I took it, put it into the PC, and released it. Just to be spiteful. Alright, let's sweep this shit. Yeah, Spam, spam, spam. I'm a Marvel fan. Are you? I'm not a Marvel fan or a DC fan. I don't really have a preference of one over the other. I don't really care. I don't really identify myself as, oh, I'm Marvel or oh, I'm DC. It's like, is the story good? Then I'll watch it. Whatever. I thought you still had to pay for shipping for Amazon Prime if you want something the day of. Depends. Trash is a pretty strong term. Yeah, that's why I used it. Okay, blah 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 blah. Give me my fucking badge. Oh my god, stop talking. There we go. Okay, so next thing we gotta do is go to that that place that Team Galactic is raiding. There's the Palkia statue. What are your thoughts on the new Pokemon at Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? I haven't used them, so I can't say anything about them. Ponyta, you can't learn Cut. Actually, hold up. Let me check something. Bullet Seed, Rock Tomb, Stealth Rock. Who can learn Cut? Yeah, nobody that I want to learn Cut. I think Bidoof can learn Cut. Let's find out. Oh shit, it knows Rollout? That's gonna be a problem. Okay, Pokeball. Do you want to give a nickname? HM slaves don't get nicknames. It gave me a nice game, but hard. It's only hard because it's annoying to travel through and has an unfair level jump. What do you look for mostly in a Pokemon design? I look largely towards believability. Don't really care for believability in a world where you have magical monsters that fight each other. So believability is kind of irrelevant. So I just like a design that looks cool. If it fits the theme of what they're going for and it's an interesting concept, then I'm all for it. Let's see. Are you lucky enough to catch a legendary Pokemon in the game? Not really about luck. Princess Celestia, hello, Sketchy. Hey, Princess Celestia. Which Pokemon has the worst design for you? I'm just gonna be a dick and say Lucario. I'm just gonna be a dick and say Lucario. Okay, so Cut. Yep, Bidoof can learn Cut. Let's get rid of Growl. Why do you always care about what I feel about? Oh, do you like this? Because a lot of people hate it. Like, who cares? Like, I don't care what other people think about it. That's never what other people think about something is never a factor for me, because at the end of the day, what they think about it has no effect on what I think about it. because all that matters when it comes to whether or not I like something is if I like it. Fuck what anyone else says. What spurred your dislike of Lucario again? The fact that he was shoved in my face so many fucking times. And he's just edgelord bait, like, I'm brooding. Humans suck. You humans are all alike. I'm connected to auras and spirits. Oh my god. I'm super serious all the time. Like, get a fucking diary. Alright, so we're gonna put Shelly and Nala at the front since Deku gained a couple levels from that gym. Alright, here we go. So we got our second badge before the first hour, so let's see how much we can get done. Actually, let's use Water Pulse on Wurmple and Spark on Zubat. Yeah. Team Galactic is the worst villain team. You're damn right they're the worst. For me, my favorite teams are Team Aqua and Magma. With how much you hate those things, I'm surprised you don't hate Starlight, because not every single character is the same, and there's such a thing called a nuance. Like, just because you like or dislike one thing of a certain style doesn't mean you like or dislike all things of that style. Let's see here. Again, just because you dislike one thing of a certain style doesn't mean it applies to everything. So why doesn't it apply to... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not saying it doesn't apply to her. I'm saying that sometimes you like it and sometimes you don't, depending on how it's done. So, hold on a second, guys. I'm actually gonna take a second and see at what level. Oh wait, forgot I had an Android phone. What level does Shellos evolve into? Okay, that sentence made no sense.
According to Bulbapedia, Bulbagarden, Shellos is a water-type Pokemon introduced in Generation IV. It evolves into Gastrodon starting at level 30.
Okay, there you have it. According to Google, Shellos evolves into Gastrodon at level 30. So we're actually quite close to evolving Shelly. What type of Pokemon do you use often in the game? It depends on the game, because depending on what gym leaders I'm gonna have to face and what kind of enemies I'm going to play against, I change my team to accommodate that. So a lot of the times I'll usually catch more than 6 Pokemon and switch them out as I need them. And but I always have a fire type though, because fire is my favorite type. Then again, the reason why I always have a fire type is because in most games I pick the fire type starter, with the exceptions of Kanto and Hoenn. So, thoughts on the Bendy and the Ink Machine? Never played it or watched it, whatever it is. Did you see the Pokemon movie I Choose You? Actually, I did. Last weekend my roommate and I went to go see it. Because we go to the movies a lot, and one time we went to the movies. I forgot what movie we went to see that day, but we saw an advertisement saying, "Hey, the Pokemon movie's playing is having 2 showings at this theater." So we decided to go for the Sunday showing, and I really enjoyed it. I think the new Pokemon movie has a lot of elements that it takes away a lot of the elements that I found to be annoying in the original anime. Like I know a lot of people liked the whole theater freaked out in some scenes, yeah, but like I know that theater freaked out. Well, there were several scenes that I won't spoil for people that want to see the movie. There were several scenes that made people go like, "Oh my god, what just happened?" But I can't really say. But there were several scenes where people had that reaction. But yeah, it gets rid of a lot of things I didn't really like about the original anime. Like when Charmander first evolved into Charmeleon, it had that big attitude problem. The thing is, it was a cool character arc, but it lasted for so fucking long. It was just so annoying, because I get that they wanted to have Charizard like grow and develop, but like he didn't really. It was just him acting like an asshole for over 50 episodes, and then he finally stops acting like an asshole. That's not really an arc. That's just a long trend and running joke that they decided to end. Have you seen Pokemon Sun and Moon, the series, before? Yeah, I've actually fallen behind a bit, but I do want to catch up. I enjoy it. It's definitely one of my favorites. What do music videos affect the way you listen to songs? Depends. Have you seen the new Ultra Sun and Moon trailers yet? Yeah, I keep up with all the trailers and I watch them as they come out, and I do plan on getting the game. I actually mentioned my plans on getting the game earlier in the stream before you showed up. So yeah, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon coming out ultra soon. But yeah, sometimes music videos affect the way I listen to songs, depending on the video and the director of the video, because like some directors have different styles, and it depends on like the context you go into it, because you can have like a certain context when listening to a song, but then you watch the video and then you realize what the artist had intended, and it like, oh shit, it changes your perspective. Sometimes Sometimes it'll change your perspective. Sometimes it'll make your perspective a little more deeper, like with the 1-800 song. Add a lot more emotional context to it. Have you played Sonic Forces? Yeah, I got it day one. It's okay. It's a pretty okay game. Not as good as Generations, but it's enjoyable. It has a couple problems, but I don't dislike it. Okay, so Team Galactic is taken care of. What do you think of indie games like Undertale or Bendy? I have played neither of them, and I have no interest in playing either of them, so yeah. Okay, we got a hiker trainer. Have you played Pokemon Sun and Moon? Yeah, I've gotten every main series Pokemon game the day they release since Black and White 2, because that was around the time where I started making my own money and was able to afford getting a Pokemon game the day of its release. Alright, let's Rock Smash. Have you ever played Pokepark 1 or 2 on the Wii? No, I have not, because it did not interest me. Who's better, Solgaleo or Lunala? I prefer Solgaleo. Not a big, not a no. I like Lunala's design, but I love Solgaleo. It's a big old kitty cat. Do you plan on getting a Nintendo Switch for the next generation? Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are the last ones on the 3DS. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, first of all, but I mean, I have a Switch, so why not? I mean, like I said, I get every Pokemon main series. Ever watch Pokemon movie Spell of the Unknown? Yeah, I've seen every Pokemon movie up until the Keldeo movie, and I think that's when I fell off. I should probably catch up one of these days if I ever feel like it. It's confirmed. I'm gonna need you kids to cite your sources. Yeah, I tend to, when it comes to like things like that, I prefer to get some sources. Least favorite Pokemon movie and why? Probably the first one. I dislike Mewtwo in that movie for the same reason I dislike Lucario. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. EXP share. Blah blah blah. Okay. You need a bicycle. Alright, I gotta go to the bicycle shop. You can tell that it's been a while since I played this game. Thanks for rescuing me. This is something to show my thanks. Is the latest model bicycle. Yeah, bitch. Okay, so let's go to key items. Bicycle, register. What's the scariest Pokemon in your opinion? I don't really have like a scariest Pokemon. Never really thought about it. Have you ever played Pokemon Tournament on the Nintendo Switch? Yes, I have it. Oh my god. Here's another annoying thing about Diamond and Pearl. They railroad you into doing some dumb shit. I just watched what your favorite MLP characters were. Well, keep in mind that video was written over 3 years ago, so some things have changed. Mimikyu Z move released since yesterday. Yeah, I already saw it. How hyped are you for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? Since it's coming out like next week, like whenever something is like really close to release, there's this period where it's like the calm before the storm. Yeah, but okay, whatever, old man, I don't care. Okay, so have you watched any of Pokemon Generations on YouTube? Yes. How'd you feel about Move 2 in the next movie it was in? I think it was with the fossil robot. Well, like I said before, I didn't watch any of the movies past Keldeo, so I wouldn't know. Okay, so I'm actually gonna avoid these trainers, and after the stream ends, I'll fight these guys. So you're going to BronyCon? I do not have any convention plans for 2018 because 2018 is very uncertain for me. Well, it was very uncertain for me. I have a few opportunities coming my way that that might make me a little bit more financially secure. But at the moment right now, and I live in Georgia, any conventions that are out of state is out of the question at the moment right now, because I don't know, like I'm graduating college in December, and I honestly don't know what my financial situation is gonna be like to say whether or not I can afford to go to a convention. So I can't really make any promises when it comes to conventions outside of my state. I would like to go, but I'm not making it a priority. Okay, Cycling Road is taken care of. Oh, it's him. Don't care, 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 I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, don't care, I don't care. Talking, shut the fuck up. Okay. That was unpleasant. Let's go down to Oreburgh City and heal up. I mean, healthcare is free in the Pokemon world, so why not? I love your art. Your style is very unique. Thank you. 4th gen is slow. Yes, it's one of them. It's one of its many weaknesses. Oh shit. Let's see. Let's go with Nala and Deku. Have you watched any of JonTron's videos? I do not like JonTron. Especially after the bullshit that he spewed a couple months ago. I don't have any interest in watching any of his content. Okay, so I think we're gonna go with Spark on Ponyta, Flame Wheel on Pachirisu. Loved your collab with Lightning Bliss. Thank you. I liked working on it too, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. What are your thoughts on the new Mario game for Switch? I think it's pretty fun. With me, I'm not really all that interested in doing like post-game exploration. Like when it comes to Pokemon, is the only game where I really cared about doing post-game exploration and getting all the extra stuff. But Odyssey gives you a lot of good incentive to do the post-game stuff. What did JonTron do? Spewed a lot of racist rhetoric. So yeah. He even got kicked from Yooka-Laylee, as he should have. It's about time people actually started suffering consequences for their actions. Have I ever played No More Heroes? No, I have not. Okay, so Bronzor, we're gonna use Flame Wheel on you. What did PewDiePie do? Pretty much the same thing JonTron did, only towards Jewish people. And that's my roommate's alarm clock. Rise and shine, sleepyhead. I'm playing through Pokemon Pearl. Yeah, the shittiest Pokemon game. Same shit, different toilet. Thought it was Diamond. Oh yeah, because you're getting Ultra Moon, right? Bruh. See, my roommate's getting Ultra Moon because he wants that giant Salazzle. Boy, don't lie. Don't lie. Are there any franchises you have a strong aversion to? There are. Let me think. Call of Duty, Battlefield, Dark Souls, What else? I know there are other things. I don't know why they're not coming to mind right now. What would you say if Sonic the Hedgehog was made into a movie? I wouldn't really care. Why do you dislike them? Cause I find them to be very boring. Not really into the whole war, gritty, shoot things. I'm getting Ultra Moon because Luna is my favorite pony princess, so I had to go with Team Ultra Moon. I'm trying to get Ultra Sun as well. I want to get both Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Not sure what my finances are gonna be looking like. Commissions actually have been doing well, pretty well lately, so I might be able to get both, but probably not on opening day. Have you seen the MLP fan fiction called Poors? Oh, that's the GJ. Isn't that a fucking Tim Burton movie? How hard was it to get started on YouTube? I don't know, because it's like getting started technically isn't hard because all you have to do is make a video. When it comes to getting the right equipment, it was just a matter of saving up, you know. Like I actually started doing art commissions during my freshman year of college, and then once I started making enough money, I ended up getting a better microphone, and I already had a laptop and the software to use. Hey, Crimson. So it was just a matter of not only getting better equipment, but becoming a better content creator. And I could only learn by practice, you know. I practice writing. I practice writing. I practice making my points in a sound way. I practice organizing my points, and because of that, my work has gotten better. Because I've gotten better at presenting my points and both in writing and in visual presentation, my content has gotten better. And the thing is that there's no set way to be successful, and there's no set path. You pretty much have to play it by ear, and sometimes it doesn't work out. You know, I was lucky enough to find an audience that enjoyed what I had to offer, and these days my main concern is to cultivate an audience that's here for me rather than what I talk about, because an audience that's only there for what you talk about is fickle. An audience that's there for you lasts a long while and is much more worthwhile. Those are the people that are going to be willing to support you on Patreon. Those are the people that are willing to watch your content when it deviates from what you normally do. Those are like those are the fans you want to keep. Oh wait, I think there's one person it might have been a while, but what's your favorite MLP comic? Reflections. It often seems to be a very talent-based thing. I would say it's more skill than talent, because you can be a charismatic person but not be good at expressing that charisma. And that's another thing that you just learn with practice. Favorite MLP fan comic? Don't have one. Chop. What was the episode that got you into the Rarajack ship? Look before you sleep. Like, if Rarajack is the Bible, Look Before You Sleep is Genesis. The Church of Rarajack. Praise it. Oh my god. Get the fuck out of my face. What do you think of the episode itself? Well, considering that it made me like Rarajack, you can kind of infer what I think of the episode from that. Oh god, not Cyrus. According to one theory, Mount Coronet is where the Sinnoh region began. Oh, that makes sense. A shitty region began with a shitty mountain. Yeah, I can buy that. In a newly created world, a world where only time flowed and space expanded, there should have been no strife. But what became of that world? Because the human spirit is weak and incomplete, strife has spread. The world is being ruined by it. I find the state of things to be so deplorable. I find the state of your hair to be deplorable. Sketchy, you're close to evolving Nala, level 30. I know! My cute and cuddly Nala is about to be even more cute and cuddly. So yeah, both Nala and Shelly, both of the females on my team evolve at level 30. Cyrus is supposed to be 27. Well, the years have not been kind to him. See people? When you're a sour bitch, it makes you age faster. The Church of Rarajack does not develop solidarity with blasphemers. How do you think of Soren Dash? I honestly don't care for it. Not really interested. This guy's a hiker, so he's probably gonna be rocking some fighting rock and ground type, so we're gonna go with Shelly. Shelly. That's a South Park reference. Raradash is the true ship. Oh, you poor child. Oh, you poor child. Raradash. That's cute. Do you consider Gestas an improvement over Cyrus? Considering that Cyrus is the worst, anything is an improvement. So he is an improvement, but considering that Cyrus was trash, it's not saying much. That's like saying fucking Red and Blue is better than that's like saying Red and Blue is better than Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, marginally. What was going through the Pokemon games writers' heads when they wrote Cyrus's dialogue? We gotta make it serious, guys. We gotta make this shit super serial. Oh shit. I say cereal when my roommate walks in with cereal. I'm super duper cereal. Shelly. Pokemon Black and White versus Pokemon X and Y. I prefer Black and White. And I think what it comes down to is that I find the I like the Kalos region. I really like it a lot. Lumio City did what Mount Coronet tried to do, only a lot better. And Kalos is just a very interesting region. But Black and White, I just enjoy much more. The Unova region is a lot more interesting. The gym leaders are cooler characters. Not sure how the Pokemon compare though. I'd have to think about that. But also the music. Black and White, hands down, has the best music in the series. They have no differences to work off of. Yeah, but like that's why I tend to not like those ships a lot, because they don't have any differences to work off of. Like, having differences between the two people involved in the relationship creates not to say that you have to be different or you have to be the same, but in terms of writing, I kind of like it when characters work off of their differences. The emo kids from South Park. Oh, they're goth, not emo. We're not emo, we're freaking goth. Oh. Okay, hidden power. What does it do on this? Neutral. Oh shit, Mega Drain. Yeah, so we're gonna switch out. No, wait, not run. Pokemon. No. Pokemon, god damn it. You are also at your best when working with your direct opposite. Not all the time. Not all the time. There has to be some agreeability in there so you're not constantly at each other's throats. Okay, so blah, blah. Oh god, no, they're gonna take me to the contest hall. Oh my god. No, I'm not going to. Oh wait, I have to go there because I meet Fantine. Fuck. Why? Let me look something up about Heart Home City. Okay, so you are given an EV as a gift. You do receive an EV in this game, but where is it? Bebe's house. Bebe, the system administrator, will also give you an EV in the midst of Heart Home City, her house. Okay, it's next to the Pokemon Center, so we can just go and pick up that EV. Do you hate Black Clover? I never watched it. You watch any episodes on Ruby Volume 5? I don't watch Ruby at all because I'm not interested in it. All right, let's get this motherfucking EV. So, how do I get Navy? Oh, I gotta get the national decks first. Well, fuck you then. Let's get out of here. Gotta wait till I get the national decks. Man, bitch. How hard is it to do collabs with other reviewers and analysts? It depends on who you're working with. It is a lot of, like a lot of creative things, like difficulty. It depends on a bunch of different variables. Like when you and your collab partner are available to work with each other. Do your schedules line up? Do you guys work well together? Does the script come easy to you? There's a lot of factors that come into, like, who's doing the editing, how long does it take you to edit. It's a lot of different factors that come into play. Favorite evolution: Vaporeon, Espeon, Glaceon, maybe Leafeon. Ever watch Futurama? I've only seen a handful of episodes. I can count the amount of Futurama episodes I've seen on two hands. Did you ever have a major screw up, like accidentally deleting something you spent many hours on? Sometimes. It's been a while since something that bad has happened though. Because I have a better computer now that can handle the work that I'm doing, so I don't really have to worry about that all that much. Photocord is trash. I like their chemistry, especially in the later seasons. So since there's not a goddamn thing to do here, do we go? Oh god, I found an egg. Oh yeah, I gotta go down. Especially since they're so different physically. Okay, so oh my god, that means I have to go to the fucking contest hall. No. What's your favorite Pokemon, Sketchy? Considering that there's over 800 of those motherfuckers, kinda hard to say. What's a good anime to show someone that's not Dragon Ball, Sword Art Online, Attack on Titan, or Tokyo Ghoul? First of all, Sword Art Online is not a good anime to show to anyone at all. So, yeah. It would, like, the thing is, people are different. It all depends on what you're into. So it would depend on what interest that person has, because I'm not gonna recommend an anime just for the sake of recommending it. I'm gonna recommend, when it comes to when I recommend something to somebody, I prefer to recommend things to people that I actually know when I'm making a personal recommendation, and I try to take their own personal interest into account when doing so. This motherfucker. Okay. The Brony fandom is kind of like the Justice League. Yeah, no. No, it's not. No, it's not. You think it is, but it ain't. Alright, Nala. Beat the fuck out of this Starly. Ponyta. Yeah, I think we can stay in. Please don't go rag on Laura again. As long as you don't keep talking about how important it is. And how about you don't tell me what to do on my stream? That'd be nice. Dr. Wolf is Batman, sort of. Dr. Wolf is Batman. I have a Death Witch, apparently. Why? The AI is not smart. Yeah, man. Diamond and Pearl is so difficult. Like how a Pokemon with an obvious type advantage goes for the one move that's weak against me. Look at how smart Diamond and Pearl's AI is, guys. You KO'd my team again 'cause you suck. I actually didn't even pay attention to what I named him. I actually forgot what I named him. I'll have to look back at the stream when I finish. Speaking of, okay, an hour and 47 minutes. It's a Deku from Boku no Hero. Yep, that's what I named my Monferno. What was your favorite collab to do? I personally enjoyed to wear him back again. That one was alright. I honestly don't know. Lightning Bliss is Batman. You guys are really bad at these comparisons. Okay, are you a trainer? Yes, you are. What Pokemon should I name after you if you're okay with it? Typhlosion. Typhlosion's my favorite fire type. So maybe maybe Typhlosion. Dr. Wolf is Zenyatta. Nah. See, this is why I never try to make comparisons. Because they end up being terrible. Alright. Fisherman. Oh wait, that means I can sweep him with Nala. Oh wait, okay, he just gives you the good rod? Alright. I got excited for nothing. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Okay. That's my favorite Johto Pokemon. Mine too! That is my favorite Johto Pokemon too. See, I named my Monferno, I named my Chimchar, my Infernape Deku, and I named my Typhlosion Bakugo. Let's put Nala and Shelly at the front since they need to get to level 30. Finn's a little too excitable to be Zenyatta. Gonna use Bite on Mime Jr. and Water Pulse on Bonsly. What do you think of the short movie Raikkonen Legend of Thunder? I haven't seen that movie in 10 years, so yeah. What Pokemon will resemble All Might? The first one I thought of was Machamp, but there's probably other Pokemon that could resemble him. Like, the first thing I thought about was Machamp. Maybe Emboar. Emboar could work. Nah, no. Emboar is Endeavor. Never mind. Emboar is Endeavor. Let's try and get to the Pokemon Center. Son of a bitch. Oh yeah, Rise of Darkrai. One of the only good things the Diamond and Pearl anime ever produced. Ever review something but think differently about it? Yup. Ever thought about collaborating with Josh Scorcher? Josh doesn't seem like the type of guy I would want to collab with. But yeah, there have definitely been things I reviewed that I feel differently about. Like I remember I put the Crystalling as my second worst episode of season 6, but now I looking at it in a different context, I can kind of see what they were going for, and the two of you are too similar. I'm not similar to Josh Scorcher at all. I honestly don't think the two of us would have any chemistry. I'm similar to Josh Scorcher. See, you're not always serious. Sometimes you can make a good joke. I'm hoping to see you compare and contrast Star Tracker and Quibble Pants. They're not that much alike. Like, what would there be to compare? You do feel a lot similar in demeanor, both that sharp monotone. You're the only person that's ever said that I had a monotone. I guarantee you my demeanor is not the same as Josh's. Are Spirals dead? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Usagi. Okay, so what's the team looking like? All right. So yeah, I think the main priority is gonna be getting Shelly and Nala to level 30 so they can evolve, and then we can have Deku catch up because starters gain more XP at a higher rate, or rather they require less XP to level up. So I'm not on honestly that. There's the fact that there's supposed to be representations of the fandom. No. And even if they were, that doesn't mean that they're the same. So, no. Once again, what is there to... Don't you also have to meet with someone to do a collab like face to face? No. Like Lightning Bliss and I didn't meet Lightning Bliss until after I did my collab with her. Like my first time meeting Lightning Bliss was at BronyCon 2017, but we did our collab in April of that year. Cause you don't have to meet with someone to collab with them. Like not like you don't have to physically meet someone to work with them. Not in this day and age. Okay. Anybody here? No? Okay. Okay. I can see you cosplay as Kiawe from Sun and Moon. Nah, I cosplay as his dad. Cause that means I get to bang his mom. Hey, Versipolis. So did you guys Skype or something? Yeah. That's how you communicate. Like the thing is, I prefer to collab with people who who have already built a rapport with. Like I don't like collaborate like these days. I don't really collaborate with people on the spot like that. I prefer to work with people that I've already built a chemistry with, because that's when I know that something that we produce is gonna end up being good. Like I'd like to get a feel for this person before I even consider collaborating with them. Reciprocally. Oh, okay. So Bliss and I knew each other for like 6 months before we did that collab. Do I want to go into this tower? I don't know if I want to. Let's put on a I only have 2 repels. Shit. Not sure if they're gonna last, but hey, let's take a risk. Catch this electric. What is chemistry between characters? How they interact and how well they interact with each other. How well they mix, whether for good or for bad. Lusamine is still a hot mother. If by hot you mean a hot mess, then yeah, she's on fire. What are your thoughts on Ultra Sun and Moon? I haven't played it, so I have no thoughts on it. Have you ever thought that whenever you cut down a tree in a Pokemon game, you kill a Sudowoodo? No, because Sudowoodo aren't trees. Later, Usagi. The only good thing to come out of DP was Lucario. Man, you guys are making some really funny jokes about the trailer if you've seen it yet. It's cool. I'm looking forward to it. How did you become associates with others like Despio and Toon and Manga Kamen? And just talk to them. You know, they saw my work and they said, hey, we like your stuff. And I said, oh, thanks. And we just started talking from there. What can be done to improve chemistry between characters? Give them something to do together. Like some personalities gel better than others, and it all comes down to coming up with creative ways for those personalities to bounce off of each other. Like with Rarity and Applejack, because they have different approaches to how they solve problems, it creates a conflict between them that's interesting to watch. Like, improving chemistry between characters is not a set formula, because every character is different. So if you want to improve the chemistry between two characters, you have to understand how those two characters work and how they can work together to be better. If they have common interests or personality traits to bounce off of. Well, considering that we just had an episode that said that you don't need to have common interests to be friends, I would disagree with that. Have you ever seen Despio, Jasper, and Toons Thomas videos on their old channels? I was in the video when they reacted to one of their old videos, so I did see that. Other than that, I haven't seen much of their old work. Another good thing Gen 5 did, did Gen 5 make it so that Electro types couldn't be paralyzed, or was that Gen 6? It was one of those two. These are the games we're playing. Okay. All right. How many times are you gonna use fucking Double Team? No, not run. Pokemon. Goddammit. Okay, we're definitely not using Shelly against there. Him, whatever. Quick attack. All right. So, Mach Punch. We're just gonna spam motherfucking Thunder Wave. Have you ordered a boneless pizza from Jasper? I don't eat pizza. Lactose intolerant. Thank you. Fuck Pikachu. Catch this flame wheel. Imagine a Pokemon has Ghostbusters. Yeah, no. Alright, so what is my team looking like? Okay, sorry, I didn't know. It's alright. I mean, you couldn't have known unless you asked, so not really your fault. So I think we're gonna end this stream either at 11:30, which is in 25 minutes, or when both Shelly and Nala evolve, whichever comes first. Okay, so Shelly. shit, Miley Cyrus and Billy Ray Cyrus want a battle. Alright, Spark on Buizel and Water Pulse on Ponyta. Okay, return. Repel's effect wore off. Let's use another one. Oh wait, actually first let's use a super potion. Yeah. Everything the MLP writers model angry Twilight and Meridash. Probably a coincidence. Don't really care either way though. Okay, Nala and Shelly. Let's see here. Spark. Oh, nope. Spark. Murkrow. Water Pulse on Mischievous. Do you have any interest in IRL Legends and lore? Hell no. Let's use Bite on Mischievous. Water Pulse. One step closer to evolving. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I got strength. And the cleanse tag. Yeah. Let's get the quick EXP. Any tips of reviewing, because I can't find anything bad about things that other people have reviewed as bad. Practice. Get better. If you like, always ask yourself why. When you like if you like something, you ask yourself, why do you like it? And keep asking yourself why. It's like, I like it because the characters are good, but why are the characters good? Like, what made it work for you? Because reviewing is more than just saying you like or don't like something. It's also presenting good reasons as to why you like or don't like something. And don't really concern yourself with whether or not it fits with what other people are saying. Like, you can listen to what they're saying to get a little bit more perspective, because maybe they brought up something that you didn't consider before. Maybe they bring up some points that you might not have wondered. But at the end of the day, it's up to you as to, number one, whether or not those points are valid, and number two, whether or not though if they are valid, whether or not it's enough to change your opinion. Okay, so I think we can go north. Oh yeah, you can't use fucking bikes here. Alright, so Spark. So what happens when someone who is more intelligent has a different opinion? They are more intelligent, so that largely invalidates your opinion. Not always. Again, because number one, an intelligent person can still make mistakes. And number two, sometimes you may still enjoy something despite its flaws, you know? Sometimes you may find a point that they didn't think about. It doesn't matter. Like, what matters isn't that it's different. What matters is that if it's well explained, because even intelligent people can fail to explain themselves well. Like, even I have failed to explain myself well in some areas, and that's always something that I try to be more mindful of in my future reviews, you know, because the thing is, you're always learning, and you're always learning. And sometimes you make mistakes. Okay, Nala is 3 levels away from evolving, and we're 15 minutes away from the stream ending. Let's see if we can get at least one of these ladies to evolve by then. Under that thinking, the MLP comics are something you can never enjoy. They're stories of a far higher level. That statement makes literally no sense. And I already have a feeling of where this conversation is going, and I am not getting good vibes. And in some cases, some of the stories in the comics are like not higher level at all. Like The Good, the Bad, and the Ponies or Night of the Living Apples. So yeah, that statement made no sense. Shrew. Compared to other stories, like the MLP comics are never ultra high grade. That's just how you feel, man. I enjoyed Nightmare Rarity, even though Last Swing the Move made no goddamn sense. Yeah, a lot of stuff on MLP doesn't make any goddamn sense. I just gotta use my suspension of disbelief a lot of the time. 2 levels away, but we're probably not gonna get much experience from this guy, cause this Pichu at least. Yeah, that didn't do shit. Pikachu, all right. Well, is his next Pokemon gonna be a Raichu? I'm gonna show you who the superior electric type is, motherfucker. I'm a troll sketchy. How about no? Verse. How about no? No one likes trolls, so how about you don't do that? Okay. Found a great ball. Awesome. Next. All these battles. All the battles. All the battles. Okay, Cleffa. That's not gonna give me much experience. Okay, get the fuck out of my face. Happini. Give me some Pokemon that can actually give me experience. Fuck all these baby Pokemon. Pause. Even know the movie Trolls. I never saw it, so I can't really say. We're 1 level away from evolving Nala. And I got Roost. So I'm gonna head. So yeah, Salacion Town, another useless town in the Sinnoh region. How do you keep that reviewing mindset from spiraling out of control? What reviewing mindset? DreamWorks has gone a bit downhill lately. Wasn't their last movie like a huge success? Like, wasn't Captain Underpants like a really big hit? That was another movie I wanted to see but didn't get a chance to. Okay, Bronzong. Is it still a Steel Psychic at Bronzor? Because I think... Okay, Bite is neutral. Okay. Oh shit, Hypnosis. Actually, Spark might be a better idea because I get Stab. How to Train Your Dragon and Kung Fu Panda both had declining successes. Yeah, marginally. They were still, they both still had successful franchises. They don't decline to the degree of a trilogy that's like Terminator. Animation wise, their animation and detail isn't as good as it used to look. Look at Monsters vs. Aliens. A lot of the detail and texture on the skin of the characters. Yeah, but detail and texture doesn't fucking matter when the movie is shit. Yeah, Monsters vs. Aliens had a lot of detail and texture, and it was all wasted on a crappy movie. With Out of Control, how can you call anything good? No matter how good it is, there's always something better. So, just because there's something better doesn't mean that makes something less good. Like, there's always someone more, like, as an artist, there's always going to be people more skilled than me, but that doesn't make me any less skilled. That doesn't make me any less better at what I do. Just because something exists that is better doesn't diminish your value. But it had a giant woman that was hot. Good point to come from that. Yeah, but the movie was trash. But quality is relative, so good and bad loses all meaning. No, it doesn't. If quality is so relative, I'm not saying that quality is relative. I'm saying that just because something else is better doesn't mean that you're not good. Again, to use myself as an example, I consider myself to be a good artist. However, there are people that are better than me. But just because there are people who are better at art, that doesn't make me bad. It doesn't make me less skilled. But just give me the fucking TM, dude. I don't care about your lectures about payback. I think this guy has a Toxicroak. I think this guy has a Toxicroak. Oh, a Krogunk. Okay. And who has a Toxicroak then? Could have sworn there was a fighting trainer in this game that was in this area that had a Toxicroak. Oh well, shows how much I know. Lego movies have taken off pretty well. Yeah, Ninjago didn't do as well as the Lego movie and Batman, which is which kind of sucks, but it was an okay film still. I grew up with a nothing is bad but everything is room for improvement mindset. Rather than accusing things, look at where improvement can be found. Opinions are pointless. Yeah, no. You seem to have a very warped mindset here, dude. Shame they panned the Lego Ninjago movie. Yeah, I felt that the Lego Ninjago movie was kind of crowded. The TV, like from what I've seen of the TV show works with its large cast because it's a longer format. You have the time to develop the characters, but because it's a movie and you only have like anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours to tell the story, only some characters are going to get development. So a lot of them get thrown by the wayside. But that's not important because Nala is evolving! Yes! I wish Lego Ninjago movie was based around the TV show instead of what they did. I honestly think doing their own thing was better, because that way you don't have to watch the show to understand the movie. Is there such a thing as firearms in Pokemon? I think there is, but considering how useless they would be in a world full of creatures that can do worse than guns, doesn't really matter much. Is there such a thing as farmers in Pokemon? Yeah, we battled like 7 of them. We battled like seven farmers in this live stream. And plus there's a there are several ranches around the Pokemon world. You're gonna get you're gonna inspire to draw some naughty art now. Not really. Everyone has their own art style. No one is dumb to criticize other styles. Those that do are shameful in my eye. He said firearms. I know he said firearms. Verse. I don't think that it's shameful to criticize someone's style, because like even if every artist has their own style, there are still things that can be improved with our style. Like I have my own style, but I know that there were things that needed to be improved with my style. one big problem I had with my style in the past was anatomy. Like my anatomy, like a year ago, was terrible. Like my anatomy was not very good. But you know, I started talking to more experienced artists. I got their I got feedback from them, and I got their perspective, and I used the knowledge that I got from them to get better at what I do. So like I do defend my style when it comes to when it comes to things like tertiary choices, like why are the eyes shaped this way or whatever. Like I will defend my own style, but I don't want to use that as a crutch to avoid criticism. Like I don't want the it's my style defense to I don't want the it's my style defense to prevent me from getting better at what I do. And yeah, I vomit when I look at my own work. My old work. I can't stand looking at my old artwork. Like I remember when I redesigned my cat mom characters and I just had to look at those old designs and it was just painful. Like, oh my god, thank god these women are getting an update, because y'all look terrible. So it doesn't look like Shelly will be able to evolve before 11:30, but the only art we should vomit at are his chipmunk ones. Nah, there are some art, like anything from like mid 2016 and before is something I vomit at. I still have a soft spot for my old chipmunk art. The style, hell yeah, I can't. God, vomit at the style. But I still have a fondness for my chipmunk days. I know you did not just prevent me from escaping a fucking Cricketune. You must be joking. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Isn't there somebody with a Gyarados here? Oh, I'm at the Chipmunk movies. I love the Chipmunk movies. I'm gonna leave for a bit. I might come back. Yeah, I'm about to end in like a couple of seconds anyway, cause we just hit 2:30. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna save here, and that will be the end of the stream. Remember the tweet says he wants to do the girls and boys are walking around with other female and male brony reviewers. Did I say that? I don't remember that. But thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. Really appreciate it. For the folks that had to get up early, I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. And until next time, keep it sketchy, folks. Peace.